Well, we're here today, Chef Manny Vasquez and Luke Casey, and we're going to try to put some lunchbox dishes, high in protein and consistent with the FitWorth scheme of things, high energy food for our kids. So from that, we'll pass it on to you and
all right.
Rely on your expertise.
All right, I'm Chef Manny and this is Luke, my trusty assistant. We're going to make a fruit salad to start off with. And so to start off, we're going to go ahead and get some vegetables, some fruit that I just cut. We're going to clean it up, wash it all up, and we're going to peel off some apples. And then we have grapes here that my trusty assistant Luke will just pull off the vine and put into the bowl. And I will start with the peeling process. I happen to have a peeler right here. What we're trying to concentrate really on here is for the lunches to be a little health conscious. And so along with health conscious food, portion control is huge. So you can do a lot of things towards driving your food towards healthy, but if you don't manage your portion control, you're really defeating the purpose. So really concentrate on that. You know, the kids, they really like the fruit cocktail. So when you buy a canned fruit cocktail, it's really high in glucose with the corn syrup. So what we're trying to do here is we're going to just take the fruit and we're going to lightly coat it with a little bit of corn syrup, but not swimming in it. So that's what we're trying to do, just because we want to still have flavor, but we don't want to make sure the kids still enjoy it, but keep the calories down.
Can you do more different fruits? Like we're doing grapes and apples. Can you do different
Luke,
things?
that's a good question. Yes, absolutely. You know, a lot of times you're going to find yourself in different seasons of all kinds of vegetables and fruits. So seasonal would be probably optimum because you're going to go to the store and actually save money buying the seasonal fruits and vegetables. I was working on this recipe earlier, and for this demonstration, I just wanted to show you that you can take a plastic knife and still cut an apple. So it's not like you're going to have to. So I'm going to hand this over to. I'm going to cut a few slices of apple with this little plastic knife, and I'm going to hand it over to Luke and let him do a little dicing. So Luke, to dice this, all you got to do, you're going to line up, hold back, and just saw right through. So I'm going to give you this opportunity. I'll move you right up, just like that. Yeah, with a little claw. And just really get nice and tight. Keep your fingers back, nice and good grip. See how that is?
Yeah.
Nice and firm. And now if you get it to that point, we're gonna go ahead and turn it to the side and we're gonna cut the same width, and that'll be called a dice. Okay. All right, so line you up and just work your magic, just like you just did. There you go, nice grip on there. Perfect. I think food in general, when you have the children participating, just brings everybody to a common place, and everybody enjoys, having everybody
enjoys
ownership
in the project.
Exactly,
yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm going to do a mango because we put the mango in there earlier. Basically, when you're doing fruit like this, what you want to do is cut the ends off and create a sturdy piece of fruit to work with, stable for sure. And so you just want to take this skin off the edge. And this mango has a seed that looks like a football. So basically I'm just taking all the skin off. Perfectly. And so I've already made this fruit salad. And what I did, I took a light Caro corn syrup. I mixed it together, and then I actually strained off the Caro syrup so that it doesn't have as much sugar content.
So if you had, what do you have in the bowl there? Maybe 3 cups of fruit?
3 cups of fruit, and it just maybe maybe a quarter cup, and just tossed. And it'll. What the syrup would do is help keep your fruit from actually turning brown and coating it, and then add a little sweetness to it. And then so you can make this ahead of time, and put it in bowls like we've done that already, and so then we can decorate it a little bit, and then a little snack that the kids can have when they get home from school. Take it in a little lunch box. What we did do is that we did decorate the fruit cups with a little strawberry garnish. So since Luke is here, we haven't worked together before, so I'm going to show him a little garnish trick so that make his mother proud. All right, see the strawberry here? Okay, every strawberry is you can form them to be. What you want to do is get to looking like a point. So I'm going to make mine look like a point. I'm going to do this one with your plastic knife. What you want to do is cut on one side, all right? Okay. Just cut straight down like that. Then turn it to the other side, go straight down, like that. And then all you have to do is come back to the other side and just get a little bit of chop there to flare it out.
Okay.
Okay? And when you're done, it looks like a little tulip. Okay? So there you go. One side and then back to the other side. There you go, straight down. Good, turn it, now stop, turn it around. Do the same thing there. Good, Luke. And then barely cut, just a touch. There you go. Yeah, you can flare it out just like that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, and now, so here, you did good. Here you go. So you split it up like that. Looks a little bit wide, a little bit. You could use a little work, but it's going there.
Chef Vasquez, back to Luke's point, you could use any number of combinations here. You could put raisins in there, you could put...
Absolutely, and the thing is that what I have in this one that we didn't add back there, we put some dried cherries in this one.
Ah.
So that's some dried fruit, some fresh fruit, and lightly coated with the sugar, with the corn syrup, and you have a snack.
Works wonders.
For lunch boxes and for the kids when they get home from school.
Good job today, Luke. Let me give you one of those to take home.
There you go, Luke. Next, we're going to make some classic deviled eggs. Just basically, it's going to have mayonnaise, which over here I have 2/3 of a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, and 1/3 of a cup of pickle relish.
Sweet or
this
dill?
one, I prefer the sweet, but you can the dill,
the dill.
you can use the dill. Either one works well. And we already have some boiled eggs. All we're going to do.
As opposed to the fruit that we've just done, we're not going to do something high in protein.
No, yes.
Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
higher.
More high in protein.
Higher in
protein.
Yeah.
And so you just want to just cut your deviled eggs, your boiled eggs in half, and then just basically pop out the yolk and put it into a bowl. And I made this recipe for a dozen eggs, so I'm going to have Luke cut us up a few eggs. And it'll work just as good with this little plastic knife. Cut them right in half like I did. Saw them. There you go, right through. Beautiful. Let's have another one. You know what? You're doing good at that. Let's do about 3 or 4. Perfect. So that. There you go. I'll start pouring them out. So I made a dozen eggs, and what I'm going to do here is that the mayonnaise and the mustard and the relish are going to be the kind of the flavoring, but also we're going to use the food processor. And I like to not only use the yellows, but throw a couple of whites in there. Kind of gives it some moisture. So we're going to use the food processor here. Luke, just pour all of the stuff in. I'll let you do that.
Now, when I've done these at home, Chef, I've put a little cayenne in there, but that might not be great for the kids.
That's, yeah, I do the same, so I stayed away from it for this recipe, and I usually hit it with a little Tabasco myself.
Yeah.
But so Luke, just go ahead and just pour as much of that you can get in there. Same thing with that. You could do the same thing in a mixing bowl with a whisk. It's just, since we have the technology, it'll whip it up really nicely, and we're going to run it through a piping bag. And so we make a nice little decoration on the eggs. So all you got to do is put this on here and turn it just like that. And we just wait till it gets pureed, nice and smooth. Probably going to definitely want to have your parents if you're going to do these food processor. But if you have your parents there, you could use a masher, you could use a fork and just mash it up to be smooth. And not necessarily has to be perfectly smooth. It can be coarse. It's up to you. It's your preference. However you like deviled eggs. So we're going to put it into a piping bag. Basically, it's opening this up. And I have a star tip because it kind of gives it a little better decoration. And basically throw the star tip into the bag. And before you can get it into pipe, because you see it's closed off, you've got to cut a hole in the bag where the tip can go through, and that's about right there.
So what if I don't have one of these at our house?
That's a good question. We happen to have a plastic bag here, and you could do the same thing. Just fill up the bag with some product and just cut the hole just like that. And you don't even have to have a tip. You can just have it just like that, squeeze everything down, and fill up your eggs like that. There you go, Luke. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here because by the magic of the camera over there, voila.
Ta-da! How pretty good that is.
There you go. And so Councilman Shingleton will also pipe us some little bit of deviled eggs. Just squeeze and fill. Beautiful. And we did use light mayo for health reasons, and so what we're trying to teach today is to think health conscious. So anytime you can substitute anything low fat, no fat, it's going to be better for you in the long run. And also still with different types of flavorings, you can also retain good taste and still go with low fat.
Almost made it.
There we go. Perfect. Voila.
Oh, that's great.
Luke's deviled
So
eggs.
you garnish that with a little paprika, maybe?
Yeah, a little paprika and a little bit more of the relish on top. There you go, Luke. Now we're moving on to Waldorf salad. Easy for you.
Waldorf salad, you know, was big in the 40s when it first came out. World War II was kind of a delicacy, I thought.
Exactly.
I remember.
So we're going to make a classic one, but this time we're going to use, like I said, everything like light sour cream, light mayonnaise. We've got some lemon juice, some rosemary, honey, some dried cherries, and some pecans. And we're going to use some apples. I'm going to go ahead and leave the skin on these. And like I said, whenever you're cutting, grip, knife, you want to make sure you get your place sturdy so it doesn't move around. So what I try to do is cut an edge to let it wet. That way it will stay put. So hold it tight, grip, cut, place it down so I know it's not going to move. Okay? And then this time you can either use slices or dices. It's whatever preference you like. So this one we're going to do just some. Okay, and then we can do the same thing that Luke and I did earlier. Just line them up, and then we can dice them up this way. I usually like to keep with just hands.